WWE had releases, again, as they do every year after WrestleMania. Shayna, Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, Kaden and Katana, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Javier Bernal, Oro Mensa, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Cora Jade, Riley Osborne, Danny Palmer, Jakara Jackson. Hoy, that's a lot. Again, Shayna, Dakota won't have any issues finding work anywhere they want to go. Braun Strowman will do Braun Strowman things in Braun Strowman places. I don't think Braun Strowman is going to be like professional wrestling going forward, so I don't think it's a Braun Strowman being a Braun Strowman wrestler kind of thing. Kaden, Katana, if they want to work, I'm sure they're going to find a place. I think that they could potentially land in TNA, as Lord knows TNA could use some female tag teams. I mean, so could WWE, but apparently they have enough. We're going to focus mostly on the NXT names. So we've got Jakara Jackson. We'll start there. That seems to be the most surprising to me, is we just had the metaphor fell well last week, and we now know why Lash is going on her own. So question asked, question answered. We asked NXT to explain why Jakara was going off on her own, and she's going off to new places. Hello, Hulk. Thank you for joining us. Yes, you are finally catching us live. We great. Vanna White. Always nice to see Vanna here. Probably not the real one, but still nice to see Vanna White here. I mean, listen, we don't want to sit here and be like, yes, Cora was all of them were surprising. Cora, Eddie, both seemingly in storylines to do things. Jakara seemingly having a singles push coming. Gigi, poor Tatum Paxley. This woman was the kiss of death for this round of releases and non-renewals, because on top of all the releases, Shotzi was informed that her contract will not be re-signed when her contract expires. So that means the only remaining member of Chemical X is Tatum Paxley. And her husband, Javier Bernal, was also released. So beyond all the wrestlers, also our well wishes go to Tatum Paxley for trying to deal with this. She did in one swoop what Robert Stone has done for a lifetime of women. And now Alicia Fox is on that list of people who Robert Stone's going to eventually get released. Because Robert Stone is now working with Alicia Fox, or Victoria Crawford, I believe, is the new TNA name for her.
I mean, her real name. Yeah.
I think so. It might be. Again, we don't want releases suck. It's shocking to have them say, "Hey, look, we had a record WrestleMania weekend. By the way, here are your walking papers." But I think the one thing we forget is, yes, WWE had record profits for a particular weekend that they ran. There are hundreds of millions of other accounting things that they need to do. And on top of it, as a publicly traded company, they need to keep the books as balanced as possible. So corporate side, I get it. As somebody who works with people in corporate America, this is something I understand. It just sucks for all these really talented individuals, because I think a lot of them had some upside. There's a few that I won't miss on my television screen, I'll be honest. But that doesn't mean I don't want them to have a job. Just because I don't want to watch them on TV doesn't mean I don't want them employed. And that's the big thing. I hope that they find success doing something, whether going back to the Indies, whether it means going back to England, whether it means going to Japan, because there's a few names on this list that I could see going back to Japan for a fun run. There's a lot of talented people here. The Indies just got a ton of great talent. Astrid, what do you think about, especially the women released on this list?
Yeah, I think that's one key factor for this time around. A lot of women involved in this one, which is very surprising as well. especially coming from NXT when we know this is the brand with the strongest women's division in WWE so far. So I see some of these names, it's just like you said, thinking of like a Cora, that was very surprising because she was somebody that was used very often on Jakara as well. That was also very surprising to see. Riley, if the way that he's coming about it, like it looks like he was injured, so that's another one that just it's disappointing to see like he didn't even get cleared to come back and they just released him like that. Um, his wife was also released not too long ago as well, so that's another one that just I can imagine that sucks for both of them too. Um, yeah, it's like and seeing like Eddie was somebody that was being used, and even we mentioned from the beginning that um, Carl Fredericks is not being used the way he should have been used in NXT and the way we hoped he was used since he was signed. And he was getting used a little bit more consistently now, but even still, I feel like we didn't see his full potential in NXT the way we were hoping we would see him. Um, Oro Mensah is one that kept growing on me with Metaphor and the girls recently, so that was another one that was very sad to see. I mean, my main Javi, that was one that I teared up when I saw that one. I was not expecting that. That one really hurt. Um, yeah, and just seeing like Chemical X, just thinking, like they were just in a tag team like championship match, like what 2 weeks ago at this point, and they were doing so well. I just don't understand how that happens. And these reports about like, oh, it's because of their age and this and that. It's like most of these people are still super young, so that doesn't make any sense. And none of what's coming out makes sense as to like the reason why this is happening. But yeah, very disappointed with the people they selected for this to happen.